Good evening, everyone. If you don't know, you should know. My name is Rameez and I'm a filmmaker and a film critic, and it's time to review a classic film, In Cape Fear of '91.
Maybe I'm a big bad wolf. Do you mind if I put my arm around you?
Cape Fear is a film directed by the master himself, Martin Scorsese. It was released in '91, and it is a remake of the film of the same name which came out in 1962, starring Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum. Got to see that in a screenwriting class, ton of fun, great movie. But I believe that the '91 remake is far superior to the original film. How? Well, first of all, it adds a ton of character to the protagonist and of his family, and the script is written as if it's a tale of morality rather than a straight-up revenge or vengeance flick. The film's script questions the Sixth Amendment and the wonky law system in America. The original is still a fantastic film, however, and given the time period it was produced in, tons of risque stuff done in that. And the main actors, Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum, make cameos in this film as well. The story is as follows. Max Cady, played by Robert De Niro, is released after a 14-year sentence he served in prison. And he returns to exact revenge on the lawyer who defended him, played by Nick Nolte, and I put the word defended in quotations. He returns as a highly educated man on law and religion. That's where the fun begins with these characters. This is more of a story about brains than brawn. And this is, to me, Martin Scorsese's version of the movie The Terminator by James Cameron. And if you look at it from a comic book fan's perspective, this is also a pretty gnarly Batman and Joker story. You have these two characters who want nothing else but to stop each other, but one of them is bound by their moral code. The person bound by their moral code in this case is Nick Nolte, Sam Bowden. Robert De Niro is fantastic in this film. I think this is the first time I'm actually getting to talk about a Robert De Niro performance. By the way, he was 48 when he did this, and he was in incredible shape. Again, pushing the limits and furthering method acting. Robert De Niro was one of those people who popularized method acting when he was in Raging Bull, and he kept on continuing it seems, in '91. He was in the best shape of his life at this point, and Martin Scorsese gave him permission to yell. And he's yelling all this poetic jargon in this film, and it leaves a very lasting impression on you. The most intriguing part of this film, however, is the relationship between Juliette Lewis and Robert De Niro's character. It's kinda off-putting how infatuated she is, how turned on she is by him, and yet she's afraid of him as well. It's a very believable 15-year-old girl performance. And as I said earlier, it's Juliette Lewis who's playing the daughter of Sam Bowden in this film, the hero of this film. I use the word hero in quotations as well. There are no heroes in this film. Everyone has skeletons in their closet. Everyone has a past. No one's a good guy in this film. And the film's subtext is basically, if you come in contact with evil, you become evil. The camera movement in this film is very telling and dynamic. They hide a ton of cuts within whip pans and crash zoom. Scorsese does combine a lot of shot compositions into one. A POV shot morphs into an over-the-shoulder over here. This is another great shot, the opening, a long take, which gives us a ton of information about the antagonist's brain and brawn. This shot was somewhat replicated in Scorsese's Oscar-winning film, The Departed. De Niro's release the second he walks out from that jail is a fairly metaphorical shot as well. Tons of dark gray clouds over the jail. Now that could represent two things, or a plethora of things, but to me, two things. It could represent the environment he was in the jail, or the fact that this is the storm which is heading your way. De Niro's walking towards the camera, and the clouds are coming towards the camera as well. As soon as he hits the town, that storm is going to come with him. There's another great shot where Sam Bowden is talking to a woman he's having an affair with, somewhat an affair with. The camera veers through family photos, contrasting with what he's saying. And finally, the final shots of the film, when the transformation is complete, when Sam Bowden goes from mild-mannered lawyer to a monster. They use a ton of sharp low angles and Dutch angles, and Nick Nolte just nails it over there. He's yelling, they show his teeth. It's a very scary finale. And you know what they say, in order to stop a monster, you might have to become a monster. And then there's another final shot of the film which implies the weight of the event, when Nick Nolte sinks his hands into the lake and all the blood is washing off, and then for a second he gets jump scared, implying that he might have washed the blood off of his hands, but he cannot wash this blood off of his conscience. I mean, it's a Martin Scorsese movie. It's always fun talking about Martin Scorsese films, even the weak ones. There's always something good in them, and the guy is a master. The guy's such a lover of film. He's a film historian along with being a filmmaker, and This is an incredible film, and I suggest you should see it. It's a fantastic psychological horror and thriller film, and when one of your friends says, oh, they don't make any good horror films now, watch this film. This is one of those films, however, that The Simpsons ruined. If you saw Cape Fear, the Simpsons episode involving Sideshow Bob, it might be a bit hard to take this movie seriously, especially with that music. I cannot help but chuckle whenever that music is on. But apart from that, 5 out of 5, man. This is a masterpiece of a film. Scorsese at his best right after Goodfellas. Thank you so much for watching this video, people. If you enjoyed this, please hit that free subscribe button. But until next time, remember to love yourself.